Blessy, do you want to tell us what year you started working on this film?
First of all, thank you all. This story is adapted from a famous novel, The God Days, in Malayalam. And also the story is a true story. And Najib is living in Kerala now, he like a fisherman. And from adapting a novel to screenplay is very little bit difficult to me, because novel is saying in 43 chapters, and for that they don't need any continuity or emotional things in novel. So, and also the three different languages they are speaking. One is Arabic, and one is in regional Malayalam, Hindi, and Jimmy is a little bit English and Arabic things and all. So we have to communicate the sequence and situation without any monologue and all. In the book, lot of monologue. First of all, that was the very major difficulty in to visualize things, and also in book we can imagine and we can write anything in literature, but we have to find out that kind of location is very difficult to me. I travel a lot, I think almost all deserts, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt, and Middle East, all countries. Finally, I got the Algeria in Sahara, middle of the Sahara Desert, and Jordan.
So it's, as you can tell, it was quite the undertaking. He started writing this in 2011, and you started filming this in 2018.
Yeah.
So how much did you film each year? Tell us about the production of making this movie.
I started in 2008 was book released, and at that time onwards I am thinking to how to do the film and how to convert script for that. And after that I started the shooting on 2018 in the village portions and all, because the characters, deterioration and the weight loss or have to be scheduled in different schedules and all. Not only the physical changes, his mental and his confidence level, everything have to be deteriorated day by day in all schedules. So after that again we shot in Jordan 2019. Unfortunately 2020 everybody, all world stuck with the COVID pandemic, and we also stuck in the desert almost 72 days. After that, we can travel, international travel ban, everything. Again, we started on 2022. We achieved the whole things.
So one of the things I loved hearing about, and Sunil, this one goes to you,
Yep.
is how you showed the passage of time, and you changed in subtle ways what we see in the camera. You said you mess with the frame rate and color, so tell me a little bit about those changes as time passes in the film.
Yeah, hi all. In terms of color, actually, after the location scout, we fixed a palette like for the flashback, we pushed more of blues, and for the desert portions, we were making a little sober, warmer kind of palette, and I didn't get the question, sorry.
The frame rate.
That's the frame rates, yeah. And for the energy level of the artist, Mr. Blessy had a perfect note on his script, like the energy level meter for each and every shot. So day by day the camera also, in camera also we change the frame rate to 25, 26, like that till 28 I believe, for the, to make subtle changes in their emotional character. Yeah.
All right, so Jimmy, tell us, how did you end up on the production like this? I don't think you've worked with Indian cinema before, so love to know a little bit about the journey that brought you here.
Yeah, no, I've never done any other thing with the Indian cinema or the Indian talents. It's one of those things, you know. I'm an actor who's based here, but I do work all over the world, whether it's here in Europe, in Africa, in South America, and somehow, you know, they were looking for someone like me, and I was lucky that they found me, and we met, and I mean, it was just a lovely experience. You know, I first met everybody in Algeria, which is an absolutely stunning place in the middle of the Sahara, Timimoun. And as Blessy was saying, he had to scout all the different deserts in the region to find the perfect one where we can have a perfect 360 without any sign of civilization. So once you get there, it's like, wow, this is like a different planet, you know, and that is for the Algeria bit. And then the other location, which is Iran, is as stunning, you know. So yeah, I'm just one of the, you know, I'm very, very blessed to be part of this story because of the message that there is behind it. The character that I portray is not the kind of character that you see in cinemas all the time. We were in Santa Barbara yesterday, and one of the people in the room came up to me and said, "Wow, man, it's so refreshing not to have a white savior." I never thought of it like that. I was like, yeah, I get it, yeah.
All right, so sometimes filmmakers don't want to destroy ambiguity, but you told me I can ask you this. What happens to your character in your mind when he disappears at the end of the film?
Well, I guess he was there for a special mission, you know, to take care of those guys. He did what he had to do, and then he disappeared. What I like about that last image of him at the police station is that the audience or the society might believe that he's a criminal, right? Because he's there, he's a criminal. That's how they look at him, that's how they see him. But yet, his actions are not the actions of a criminal. And I think that speaks loud for what's currently happening in the world and how most people are being portrayed. I'm specifically speaking about someone like me. You know, before you know anything about me, you might think I'm a criminal. But then you see the movie and you're like, okay, maybe if we get to understand those guys, we might have different kind of understanding of who they are. So I absolutely love what Blessy has created with that, with the character and with that last image as well.
So, Sunil, I assumed that the sandstorm was the result of effects, but would you like to tell us what the sandstorm actually was?
Yeah, back in India when we planned to shoot this sandstorm, we thought of getting 3 choppers to make the wind gust on the artist, and we do had some propellers also in Algeria. But once we land in Algeria, we won't know that the desert is so vast, and with this chopper and this propeller, nothing is going to happen. It's like if the propeller should be so close to the artist, then only we can feel the wind actually. So luckily, we got to know that there is a prediction of a sandstorm on the way. So Mr. Blessy and the whole team were getting ready for that. And hats off to Jimmy. It's so tough to shoot inside. It's just shot in a real sandstorm, and like it's a piercing needle all the way. Like
yeah,
Jimmy can explain more.
No, I mean I always tell them there's no way on earth we'll be able to shoot that in America.
Yeah.
The liability that's attached to that. I mean, we're in the middle of a storm, and I couldn't see in front of me. I couldn't open my eyes. Camera was shooting. I was carrying someone, and Blessy said, "We keep shooting." But it's so tough.
We all are covered with full lights and goggles. Even
Yeah.
the camera is covered. But these two guys, artists.
Yeah, we're completely open. So it was really rough. But at the same time, I understood what he wanted to accomplish. As hard as it was, it took him like about 13 years to get this movie made. He waited. He got his story together. They were trapped during COVID in Jordan. We're telling the story of a man who actually lived that life. So when you think about all those things, then you're like, as an actor, going through the storm is not really a big deal. So it's okay. You can do that. What I mean?
All right, and then last thing before we go, Blessy, you told me there's a message that drew you to this story. So what was it that drew you to this story?
We have to keep the hope and faith until our last breath. I think that's because we need that kind of attitude in every struggle. That's the tagline itself is the every breath is a battle. And normally I'm saying the filmmaking is a battle for me. Like that, the life is, I think you have to inspire for hope and faith.
Yeah, and I must add, the real Najib is still alive. And he came to the first screening. Wow. And it was so emotional for him to actually see his own life playing in front of him. And coming from where he came from, having struggled as much, and now to become like a national hero. I mean, the full circle of that life's man, it's just extraordinary.
It's beautiful. Well, thank all three of you. Thank you so much for sharing this movie with us and telling us a little bit about the world that you helped build.
Thank you.